If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 160 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start with the third and final friendly of this opening pre-season period against Saint-Etienne at home. Obviously, as per usual with pre-season fixtures, only showing you minimal highlights and or goals if there are quite a few. And to be completely honest, there are quite a few in this. They get off to a good start after 6 minutes, getting themselves 1-0 up. And it took me a while to get going in this one because they're going to score a second here. They're playing it cornet through here, and then the ball comes through eventually to the man that's in the box. They're going to play it about nicely, and somehow he's able to be onside here. The run is timed to perfection. I'm still not sure whether he was offside there. They get lucky with the missed tackle on the edge of the box, and then slotted through. Very, very good finish, though, to be fair. So we'll have to come back from 2-0 down if we're going to do anything in this final pre-season friendly. Obviously, we lost 2-0 to Bayer Leverkusen in the last episode, and then we're able to get a 2-2 draw against FC Cologne. And Yusuf Poulsen just completely annihilates their defender in the air there with a brilliant header to bring us back to 2-1. That's, I think, his first goal for me since we brought him into the club. Obviously still pre-season, so doesn't quite count. But Matteo Masaccio, our other new signing so far this season, one of many that we've made to this point, plays through Strail Georgiev here after picking it off their defenders. A good run and a very, very good finish. A cross goal into the back of the net. And after 45 minutes on the stroke of half-time, we pull ourselves back to 2-2. So I was quite happy with the way we turned that round in the first half. Question was, could we continue that in the second? Into Yusuf Poulsen again here, up to Strail Georgiev again, and obviously he's left-footed, so going to try and work it onto his left. Can't quite do so, so we find the ball into Von Hark. Good turn, good shot, and he's got too much power on it for the goalkeeper to handle. He's got shot power of 86, I think, Julian Von Hark. Obviously he's our 87 rated glitched player that we brought in on a free in the summer transfer window. Really pleased with him and Matteo Masaccio so far in pre-season. Yusuf Poulsen's been very good for us to this point as well, as has Alvaro Vidio. Very, very good player, taking the first team spot from Jenkins Chikoui so far in pre-season, but I am still looking for a new wide player, so he may find his first team spot disappearing again, and he'll find himself in a rotation position, which is what he's used to. Obviously he played a rotation spot for us when Jenkins Chikoui was here, but Poulsen scores his second goal of the game. They're good feet to get around the defender to make it Cambridge United 5, Saint-Etienne 2. Finally, we found our scoring boots in pre-season. We scored none against Leverkusen, 2 against Cologne, and now 5 against Saint-Etienne. There's still some transfer business to be done before we reach the first Barclays Premier League game of the season. Still trying to work out a deal for Cristiano Biraki, the left-back. Obviously, we're trying to replace Andy Kellett as our rotation left-back, but actually, Biraki would come in as a new number 1, and Aaron Cresswell would drop to the bench. They want 5.1 million, so I offer them 5, and they should accept that. Still trying to work out a deal for Thomas Kalash, but I'm still not sure whether I actually want him or not. Obviously, we do have Bayerin as a backup right back, but he's not happy at the club and wants to move on. So I could use Thomas Kalash as a backup right back. And we do have 4 centre-backs at the club already with Matteo Masaccio, John Stones, Paul Downing and the youngster Thierry Wolongwa. But obviously Thomas Kalash is better than Wolongwa by an absolute margin. So if he comes in, I would probably look to move on Wolongwa and keep 4 very, very good centre-backs at the club. But I may pull out of that Kalash still. Not really too sure still whether I want to push forward with that, because we don't really need him. I could probably use the money spent elsewhere. They wanted 5.1. I offered them 5 for Biraki, and they still said they wanted 5.1. So they're being very, very picky over here. They want every single last penny out of me. So I offer them 5.1. Hopefully they'll accept that and not change their terms again, which in fact they did accept the deal. So we'll be offering him a contract. He will be coming in hopefully as our first team left back, so I'll offer him important first team. Hopefully he'll accept it, so that obviously he can accept being a little bit of a rotation player. As you can see, plenty of successful negotiations so far this season, regardless of players coming in or out. Still looking for that new winger. Sadio Mane is my main target now. Obviously we have already brought in Timo Werner, and Unfortunately, the deal that brought Timo Werner in used Jenkins Chikoui, and he was my make weight in this deal for Mane as well. So I had to go and re-offer for Sadio Mane, offering 6.5 million plus Nzuzi Toko, who's a player that we really don't need right now. But Baraki says he's quite happy where he is and wants a little bit more money, so I'm quite happy to give him that. 60k plus crucial first team player this time, and hopefully he will accept that deal. We'll have to wait and see though, because for now we have to confirm that Jorge Senho has left us and gone to Charlton Athletic, so that's another player out of the door. And we're also looking at Mbai Niang. Now I know Docklanders has used him so far this season, or so far this year on FIFA 15 in one of his saves, and really enjoyed using him. So I was quite intrigued when my scout brought him back to me and said, you know, he's only rated 78, but there is a lot of scope there for growth. He is valued quite highly though, so we will probably have to offer quite a bit of money to get him out of that. But 7 million plus Gabbiadini might be enough, although it might not be enough equally on the flip side of that. But we jump into the next game then, which is our first Barclays Premier League game of the season, away from home at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. Now they had a very good season last year, and they're also having a very good season in the Chelsea career mode as well, sat in and around the Champions League spot. So we know that they can be quite a difficult side to play against in career mode in the latter few seasons. Obviously we're now in season 7, I think, in this series. We won League 2, promotion out of League 2, promotion out of League 1, promotion out of the Championship, and then 3 seasons in the BPL, finishing 10th, 5th and 7th. So yes, this is season number 7 of the series, and they're going to start off the stronger. Jesse Zardes, obviously brought in from LA Galaxy, is on the ball, eventually going to find it back at his feet here from Guediora, and that's a brilliant first time shot. Goalkeeper just cannot react in time. Reflexes are Marcus Hutchinson's weak spot. He's got very good ratings other than his reflexes, so hopefully that will grow for him this season, and he'll be able to become a better goalkeeper than he is right now. Still 76 rated and still good enough to hold down a first team spot. We've got a couple of youngsters that might bring themselves into the first team picture soon when they hit 16, and I can call them up to the first team. But we are able to get ourselves immediately back on level terms there, thanks to Strail Georgiev. Obviously an extremely good goal scorer, scored loads of goals for us last year, and starting how he left off last year as well. Having a free kick here, I thought I'd get a little bit cheeky with Johannes, guys. I was actually aiming for the near post, but it almost ended up like that Ronaldinho free kick from 2006, where it whips towards the back post, and unluckily for me, the goalkeeper gets up and reads it and tips it over the bar, unlike David Seaman in 2006. But Yusuf Poulsen is proving to be a real handful in the air. That's his first goal of the competitive season, to go hand in hand with the 2 goals he got in the friendly, one of which was an extremely good header. Timo Werner's too fast for his own good there, runs straight into the defender, but Aaron Cresswell's there on the overlap. Lovely ball into the box, and again, what a header from Yusuf Poulsen. He's up to 80 rated now since we signed him. We saw that in the squad report in the last episode on Monday, and he appears to be an absolute brute in the air. I may have to change the way that I play my game. Obviously you guys know I like to play a possession based style of play, but if I have the opportunity to whip it into Yusuf Poulsen, it looks like I may have to take it. He's absolutely rapid, got brilliant finishing, brilliant ball control, and he's super strong and 6'4" tall as well. Although he can score with the ball on the floor also. That makes it 4-1 and rounds out his hat-trick on his competitive debut. 5 goals today in 2 games for Yusuf Poulsen, and that gives us a 5-2 win against Saint Etienne and a 4-1 win against Crystal Palace. We may be quite the force to be reckoned with this season. We might have made the right changes at the right time. We should, if that game is anything to go by, or these 2 games are anything to go by, maybe be in with a shout of pushing for Champions League football for next season. Still trying to work out a deal for Sadio Mane. Obviously, we're looking to move on Jack Grealish as well, as he's unhappy at the club. They weren't keen on Gabbiadini. I think I accidentally offered him Gabbiadini again there, which is strange. I'm pretty sure I need to offer them Jack Grealish, and I think I do later on. But Paul Downing there, having an offer rejected for him from Southampton. Not going to accept 8 million, which is his base value for a player that is clearly my best midfielder. Oh no, it was perhaps Mbai Niang that we offered Stefano Gabbiadini for. I might be getting a little bit mistaken. There's so many offers, it's hard to keep track at times. But weirdly, they did accept 7 million plus Gabbiadini, so we might be able to bring in Mbai Niang and Sadio Mane. We've got Vidio and Timo Werner at present as wide players, with Jack Grealish hopefully moving on in this deal for Sadio Mane now. And if we can bring in and buy Niang as well, we'll be really strong in the wide areas if that offer gets accepted. But we'll have to wait until the next episode to find out whether it is or not. Our next game is a qualifier for the Europa League against Athens Bold Club. They're a Danish side, so we'll have to do our best in that. But after one game in the BPL and a solid 4-1 victory, we are top of the table. That clearly won't last, but hopefully we can remain in the top 4 for the rest of the season and get ourselves Champions League football for the first time in this entire series. We came so close in our second season in the BPL, finishing 5th on goal difference, I think, to Arsenal, or by a singular point. But this season, we are definitely the strongest we've ever been, with Yusuf Poulsen up top, Stroll Georgiev scoring goals as well, 87 rated Julian von Hart in midfield, and 84 rated Matteo Masaccio, alongside now 81 rated John Stones at centre-back. This is by an absolute mile the strongest our squad has ever been, and we still are making more additions to it as well. So fingers crossed we can have a really strong season. But that'll bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, as always, and subscribe if you haven't already. There was or should have been, a 70,000 subscriber video go up over the past couple of days, and you will want to check that out if you haven't already. But for now, that's all for me. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed outside of that 70k special video, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the Chelsea Career Mode. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram and Facebook on the links in the description. And I won't be streaming tonight. Today's Wednesday. I'm actually got plans tonight. I'll be out, so I won't be streaming tonight, unfortunately. But I will be back tomorrow with more Football Manager. But that will be all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.